And I'm just doing video after video here. I think I've been standing here an hour doing 10 minutes ones, and I'm still only halfway through this book. I can't say I'm a fan of this layout. Kind of like the traditionals. Their other layout, their other colors with the white background. Ritchie's usually didn't do overlapping photos either, so that doesn't add anything. Those tracks are too tight. Probably built up grousers versus new undercarriage. That one's what we call corked up. It's got the spikes like you'd have on logging boots for ice, for not sliding sideways on a road, and then soon to be off the road. 1969. Case crawlers had it. Did have a good color there, especially working in the woods there when the sun was poking through against the evergreen trees. They really look neat. That's artistic opinion, not a mechanical opinion. That just looks hard to see out of. And you'd never, well, you wouldn't see line skidders around anymore except a farmer or a woodlot owner, but it is illegal to not have half doors. So that has full doors, but like here, that's not allowed. None of these would be allowed anymore. Be major fines from our workers' compensation board. Red and green. And if you've been in those old R600s or R anythings, you know that the red ones all had green interiors, green metal. Again, I don't know why I park a bucket like that. It just looks so inept. And there. That's for making use of the reversible fan, which I spoke of earlier. Turn the blades, push them in, turn them, I think it's a half a turn. And then you get blown off with the heat. That Euclid is the wrong color, somebody's company colors. That's a nice paint job. The old cat, yellow. I like that color. Moment of respect for these classics. Pretty straight. Yeah, what are you whining about, operator? It's got a window. If you drive fast enough, the rain won't hit you in the face. Lee Bear. They did not have much of a presence here on the west coast of Canada at all. John Deere out of its colors. That's just neat. They thought a lot more about cooling back then too, the louvers and expanded metal. That was by the 90s, and the time you had the Hitachi-1 excavator series, which were awesome machines, absolutely phenomenal. You're always seeing them running around with the hoods up. Not necessarily design flaw. I mean, the cores in between the radiator and the coolers and hydraulic cooler, a lot of debris does get stuck in there. But a B model. My dad always loved those things. Some more. Oh, spoiler, grapple yarder. Probably be the next video. What? Where's the cover? Oh, he's got these turned around to his favorite pictures. So. The Rock Quarry Racing Slicks. Well, these brochures are in nice shape. Got just binders and binder full of them to share and to show. The logging cat there with the extended arch tied back to the front canopy posts. I believe that was a contender for one of the biggest crawlers around in the 41. And a D4D would have been a very seldom seen machine. I've seen one or two of them, but they just didn't have it. Weren't really big enough to be big, and weren't that much better than a D3 probably. Of course, anytime I see a B Series 988, I always think of the movie Ernest Goes to Camp. Crater Mining Company, it was called, the fictitious name, K-R-A-T-E-R. But you know you're getting old when half your audience probably has no idea when you mention an old TV show or name or person or actor. A Suburban. If anyone went to the BC Place Motor Spectacular in Vancouver in somewhere between 88, 90, 89, somewhere in there, they had the Suburban demolition that year. Must have had 18 or 20 of those going at about 8 miles an hour, hitting each other. It was quite a laugh. Vandal protection. Our link belt, when we bought it new, came with them. Every night we'd put them on. It was just brutal. Big heavy piece of sheet metal. And you never wanted to leave it laying on the site because it would get dirt on it, or you'd get a slop of mud on it, or drive over it and bend it, so it had to go in the back of the truck and get carried. American 599. Those were seen as a loader as well, like a super snorkel heel boom configuration. Oh, what page was he on here? Shoot. Probably this one. These are borrowed, a lot of them. So let's try and put them back as found. A little 570, Deere's smallest crater. A 570, a 670, and a 770 back then, and then they went to the two models, like 772s and 672, I believe. There's a rough door to look out of. Pity the dump truckers screaming up into the gravel pit to get loaded when on a rainy day on that side of them. Michigan's famous little corner. I don't know what that was about, because really if you had a flat piece of glass like here, it's not like it's harder to look through pointy glass versus, well, that's actually harder because it's got a seam in the middle there. I don't know. The 125As had that as well. Sorry, oh, yeah, 175As. Northwest. A Heister trailer. I learned something today. Here's why I learned that Heister and Peerless, when you go to the auction, use the same paints. One more. Nope, already did that. All right, I'm losing it. Okay, thanks guys. Hope you liked it.